You huff one more time and we're going to have a problem. Childers, McDuffie, Mr. Brown, Miss Yagi, my chamber.
Buckle up, everyone, because what you're about to see isn't your typical courtroom hearing. This is the case of the People versus Samuel Peoples, and yes, that name is about to become ironic. In just a few short minutes, you're going to witness a man accused of tampering with his GPS tether, a judge torn between strict rules and compassion, and a defense that walks a razor-thin line between explaining a mistake and excusing it. But here's the kicker. Samuel didn't cut the tether to flee, he says. It was anxiety, claustrophobia, a moment of panic. Will that be enough to sway the court? We've got emotional confessions, tense back and forths, and a judge delivering one of the most unexpected rulings of the week. Stick with me, because you're going to want to see how this unfolds, and I guarantee you'll have an opinion on whether justice was served.
Let's call the cases of the People versus Samuel Peoples.
Thank you, Richard. People.
And Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Peoples. State your name, Sam.
Samuel Peoples.
Your Honor, in file 1326, Mr. Peoples has not yet been referred to the forensic center. I've prepared an order, and we are asking the court to order a forensic examination. In that case,
All right, I will order a forensic examination without objection. On that case, what is my next date? Let's see how. Because has he already started the process?
Right out of the gate, the defense requests a forensic examination for Samuel. Now, in legal terms, that's a mental competency evaluation, designed to determine whether the defendant fully understands the charges and can participate in his defense. This isn't about guilt or innocence yet. It's about whether the case can even proceed fairly. If Samuel is found incompetent, the trial could be delayed or altered entirely. But note, the prosecution doesn't object here. That's telling. It signals they're not worried about stalling. They might even think the evaluation could help clarify Samuel's mindset during that tether incident. What do you think? Genuine concern for mental health, or a strategic move?
I don't believe he's been interviewed, Your Honor. The competency hearings on those matters are October 30th.
It's just
That was last week. All right. So set a competency here, October 2025, 9 a.m. All right. What are we doing on the other case?
Your Honor, in the bond violation matter, we'd ask to continue our plea of mute at this time. That bond violation arose from the charges he is now facing in the felony case 1326.
It also arose with Tether.
Which is charged as a felony, Your Honor.
Sergeant.
Ms. McDuffie apprised the court that there is a tether tamper, which gave rise to the bond violation. He has been charged with a felony for tether tampering, so I think at this time
He has been?
He has, yes, Your Honor.
That's the new one.
There is an error on the complaint. We are having that amended. It should be a general tamper versus the category that's listed.
Yeah, this is wrong. Okay. All right.
So we would just ask to continue our plea of mute and continue these cases to the competency hearing on.
So is he just going to remain in custody?
Your Honor, he's working with a social worker. We are at.
And there it is, the big reveal. Samuel cut his tether, but didn't actually go anywhere. Now, legally speaking, that's still a violation. Tampering is tampering, but the human element here. This is where it gets interesting. The defense is essentially saying, yes, he broke the rule, but he didn't break the spirit of it. Judges hear this argument often, but it's risky. It's like saying you robbed a bank but didn't take the money. Technically true, but does it erase the crime? Viewers, what's your take? Should intent matter here, or should the rule be absolute?
Asking, or between now and October 30th, we are hoping to file a written motion. I think something substantive that gives the court a better idea.
What's the objection in releasing? I mean, the thing is that as I understand the cut on the tether, he cut the tether, but he didn't go anywhere. Or I'm saying, yeah, worse, he cut the tether. I'm not. But he didn't go anywhere. He was right there when they went to go get him.
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor. If the court would consider it, then I'd ask that he be released back to home confinement.
I thought so.
Response?
Your Honor, obviously we had an extended conversation about this at bench at the last hearing. I don't have any objection to him remaining on the conditions that he was on prior to this incident. I'm concerned that given that we have this incident, I don't know how sufficient that's going to be, but I'm fine with him returning to home confinement for previous terms.
Mr. Peoples, if I let you go back home, you're gonna cooperate and do the right thing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that means you can't tamper with the tether.
I understand now.
You understand that?
Yes.
Or you understood it before, you just did it?
I had a moment of
Notice the shift in tone here. Samuel admits to having a moment of anxiety and feeling claustrophobic in the tether. That's a very human moment, but also a potential red flag for the court. The judge doesn't look entirely convinced. And watch closely, he reminds Samuel that he understood before not to tamper, subtly hinting that this explanation might not fully absolve him. It's these small exchanges that can sway a ruling. If the judge believes the anxiety is genuine, Samuel may get leniency. If not, the ruling could swing hard the other way.
anxiety that led to a freak out. Yes. And I felt like I needed to get it off me because it was claustrophobic. And
Got it.
yes.
I hear you. Okay. All right. Here's going to be part of the issue. I don't know if there are funds available to try to deal with the payment for that strap. Do you know family-wise whether that's available?
Your Honor, we have been in contact with his family. It's certainly something I can ask them.
Pardon?
It's certainly something I can ask his family. They are here today.
They are here.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Samuel,
Yes, Your Honor.
I give you another shot. You're going to try to do the right thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to do it. I think you can do it.
You too.
Okay.
All right.
Got it?
Thank you.
So what's going to happen?
Here's a key detail that might slip by if you're not paying attention. The judge reinstates Samuel's previous home confinement bond, but with one big condition: someone has to pay for the damaged tether strap. This is restitution, plain and simple. In many jurisdictions, tampering with state-issued monitoring equipment means the defendant or their family foots the bill. In this case, the cost is $175. That might not sound like much, but it's symbolic. It's the court's way of saying, we'll give you another chance, but you'll take responsibility for the damage. It's a mix of accountability and mercy.
What have to happen is somebody's going to have to pay money for the strap that got damaged on your tether.
Understand.
I'm going to reinstate your previous bond where you were previously at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll have to do that because you don't have a tether on now, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so they'll have to fit you with a new one prior to your release.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Don't let me down. You hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, may I add one thing? After consulting with Mr. Peoples' family, they are asking the court if Mr. Peoples has any kind of crisis or something like that, if he can be transported to Trinity, Ann Arbor, without necessarily violating a confinement order. I know it's tricky to do, but they can alternatively contact me and I can talk to the tether agent if that arises.
Response.
We addressed this, I think, at the last hearing. If Mr. Peoples needed to get seek help at the hospital, that wasn't going to be an issue regardless. He would just they would simply need to notify community corrections of what happened and where they are. And if there were any sorts of deviances from the home confinement zone, I think that was the plan, which was to immediately notify community corrections office, so that the court would be apprised of what was happening. But the tether conditions, I believe, want to remain the same.
Actually, what happened last time was
This is where things heat up. The defense wants flexibility for Samuel's family to take him to the hospital or even for walks if his anxiety spikes. The prosecution pushes back, and suddenly we're in a mini showdown over who said what at the last hearing. Miscommunications like this are dangerous in court. They can derail trust, shift the judge's mood, and even alter rulings. Notice how the judge cuts off the back and forth with a sharp stop talking. That's not just about control, it's about preventing the record from becoming muddled with overlapping narratives. The takeaway in court, clarity isn't just polite, it's strategic.
The defender came up on Mr. Peoples' behalf with a communication from CMH and a request, I believe, from his family that they're aware of certain triggering events for Mr. Peoples. That on those triggering events arising, what they were looking for was some leeway from the court to allow them to take what action, not necessarily, I mean, if they had to go to Trinity, that's fine. That's a medical thing at that point. But from what I understood and what was explained to the court, sometimes it may just be a walk just to kind of bring him back and to do whatever. I mean, I'm not using medical terms, but yeah, I think you get what I meant. My understanding is, as we were looking at that, is the people were absolutely not in agreement with that.
That's not correct, Your Honor. The request.
Well, that's what you said.
The request for.
That's what you said at the bench. If you're telling me I'm wrong, then you better be clear, Jade, right now.
I will be clear right now, Your Honor. What I said was no to the request for a tracking tether, not for home confinement. That's what I disagreed with.
When he asked whether or not they could leave, you objected vehemently, which is why I came to the decision that what I was going to do was I was told and I made it very clear, we'll bring him in here, because what I told him very clearly is, fine, you can ask for permission, but maybe we're just in a situation to ask for forgiveness. Let the family do what they need to do. That's what you said. That was your objection.
I'm not disagreeing with that part. The request is for a tracking tether change.
Stop talking. You huff one more time and we're going to have a problem. Childers, McDuffie, Mr. Brown, Miss Yagi, my chamber.
I'm grabbing Mr. Wondering right now, your partner.
Your Honor, I'm very familiar with Mr. Peoples' case that the court wants to proceed.
All right. Ms. Douglas is now here on behalf of the people on this one. So I think we can finish this up. Here's what I'm doing. His new case had $100,000 bond. I'm going to make his bond.
This ruling is a blend of firmness and compassion. The judge drops Samuel's new case bond to match his old one, ensuring he can be released, but only if his family pays the $175 and he's refitted with a GPS tether. All prior conditions stay in place. This is what's called a structured second chance. The court keeps all safeguards but avoids outright incarceration. It's a calculated gamble. The judge is betting Samuel will comply this time, especially with family support. But if he doesn't, that leniency could disappear in a heartbeat.
In his new case, match the bond with the conditions in his other case so that he can be released, because otherwise he would be held on that. He'll be refitted with a tether on, he'll be refitted with a GPS home confinement tether prior to release. My understanding is the family can pay the $175 to community corrections, so they'll get that paid, and all prior conditions are reinstated. And then we need a new date. So when do we?
Your Honor, my request.
Well, I got the confident. It's actually going to be October 30th.
Okay.
It's going to be our day. So, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I provide the court with the order to undergo forensic?
There hasn't been enough on this case yet, Mr.
I'm not.
No, go ahead.
May I approach?
Yes.
Thank you.
What is this? No, that's the order on the other case. I'm sorry.
Might be tomorrow, but as soon as you put the order on you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else on this matter?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. And Samuel, you told me you're gonna do it, right?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Court does call the case People versus Monica Collins.
So, to wrap it up, Samuel Peoples walked out of this hearing with his freedom intact, but not without strings attached. A forensic exam will determine his competency, his family will cover the cost of the damaged tether, and he'll remain on strict home confinement. The judge's decision balanced accountability with understanding, but whether that gamble pays off will depend entirely on Samuel's actions moving forward. What do you think? Was this a fair compromise, or a risky move that could backfire? If you found this case as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns just like this one.